Welcome dear friends to my video lecture on TRB General Knowledge 51 to 100 questions, the second video in GK. Let us straight away enter to the topic. Already, the very first video itself, so many have watched, at least, around 25-30 people within 1 or 2 hours you have seen that. Thank you very much. Continue to watch it. I'm sure it will be of great help to you. Not only this, anything that you have, kindly read anything that you get. Not only this, because general knowledge questions, it will come from any corner. We can't predict anything, but we can just build up our own knowledge horizon by going through various videos. So let's straight away enter to the topic, the second one. Right. Which state launched the Mukhyamantri Ekal Mahila Swarozgar Yojana to empower single women? That is Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand recently they have done this. The Uttarakhand government launched the Mukhyamantri Ekal Mahila Swarozgar Yojana to support single women by providing financial assistance for self-employment. They have done it because that area and all mostly Adivasi women, helpless, poor, so they have helped them to find their own employment, self-employment. Which company was responsible for the Blue Coast mission 1 landing on the moon? Firefly Aerospace, SpaceX, Blue Origin, NASA. That is a Firefly Aerospace. The Firefly Aerospace successfully carried out the Blue Coast Mission 1, marking the second private lunar landing. So this is an idea of Firefly Aerospace. Successfully carried out the Blue Coast Mission 1, marking the second private lunar landing. Who set the new indoor shot put record by crossing 16 meters for the first time in India? Who set the new indoor shot put record by crossing 16 meters for the first time in India? Which woman? Navjeet Kaur Dhillon, Manpreet Kaur, Abha Katua, Krishna Jayasankar. Krishna Jayasankar became the first Indian woman to surpass the 16-meter mark in indoor shot put. Shot put, setting a new record with a throw of 16.03 meters. Which state government announced the provision of permanent power connections to farmers for just ₹5? Just ₹5. Permanent power connections to farmers. Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. That is Madhya Pradesh. The Madhya Pradesh government announced an initiative to provide permanent power connections to farmers for just ₹5, aiming to reduce the financial burden and improve agricultural productivity. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. Productivity. So Madhya Pradesh government, yes. Who was appointed as the first woman Union Law Secretary of India on March 5, 2025? Appointed as the first woman Union Law Secretary of India. Indira Jaising, Rekha Sharma, Meenakshi Lekhi, Anju Rati Rana. That is Anju Rati Rana. She was the first woman Union Law Secretary of India on March 5, 2025. So Anju Rati Rana, an officer of the Indian Legal Service, was appointed as the first woman Union Law Secretary. Which book unveiled at the 5th BRICS CCIV Summit was authored by Rashmi Trivedi? She for Her, that's the book name, Women Empowerment, Trailblazers, Empowering Women. She for Her, that is the book she has written. The book She for Her, unveiled at the 5th BRICS CCIV Annual Women's Summit, was authored by Rashmi Trivedi, Tamil Trivedi. Right. Which Indian state recorded the highest number of river dolphins in the country's first ever survey? Which Indian state recorded the highest number of river dolphins? So Bihar, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal. Who took the survey, in other words, about the dolphin in the rivers? That is Uttar Pradesh. The first ever river dolphin survey in India recorded a total of 6,327 dolphins, with Uttar Pradesh having the highest number, followed by Bihar, West Bengal and Assam. Which company signed an agreement with the Ministry of Defence to supply multi-mode hand grenades worth rupees 239 crore? Which company signed an agreement with the Ministry of Defence to supply multi-mode hand grenades? Is it Bharat Dynamics Limited, Solar Defence and Aerospace Limited, Larsen and Toubro, Tata Advanced Systems? That is Solar Defence and Aerospace Limited. Solar Defence and Aerospace Limited signed a contract worth rupees 239 crores with the Ministry of Defence to supply multi-mode hand grenades. Who was honoured with the BRICS CCIV Trailblazer Lifetime Achievement Award at the 5th BRICS CCIV Annual Women's Summit? Dr. Uma Sharma, Kiran Mazumdar Shah, Chanda Kocha, Indra Nui. That is Dr. Uma Sharma, who was honoured with the BRICS CCIV Trailblazer Lifetime Achievement Award. That is Dr. Uma Sharma. Dr. Uma Sharma, chairperson of Kailash Group of Hospitals, was honoured with the BRICS CCIV Trailblazer Lifetime Achievement Award for contributions to healthcare and women's empowerment. Now, with regard to climate change and air pollution, which Indian city was ranked as the most polluted city in the world in 2023 according to the World Air Quality Report? Which Indian city? Of course, by this time you should be saying that Delhi, because often it was in the newspaper reports. Mumbai, Delhi, Patna, Kolkata, that is Delhi. Delhi frequently tops the list of the most polluted cities due to vehicular emissions, industrial pollution and stubble burning in neighboring cities. Stubble means it is from the body, that the waste in the body, that is burnt, and that smoke enters into Delhi and makes it polluted. So stubble, right. Now, what is the major cause of winter smog in North India? Smog means snow, but very minute, and then when it enters into the lungs, it affects the lungs terribly. There is a lung, affecting lungs. So heavy rainfall, stubble burning, desert storms, and marine pollution. Stubble burning. Farmers in Punjab and Haryana burn crop residue, leading to severe air pollution in North India during winter. That is what we said, that is the waste from the paddy and other things, crop residue. So when you are banning that, of course no use of that, so people burn that, the farmers ban that, but there is smoke, certainly there is smoke, and that smoke affects the health of the human beings. Polluted, the entire area becomes polluted. Which pollutant is responsible for most respiratory diseases caused by air pollution in India? Which pollutant? Respiratory diseases means lung difficulties, lung diseases. CO2, PM 2.5, nitrogen, sulfur dioxide. So PM 2.5 is the correct answer because it is the fine particulate matter, particles, that can penetrate deep into the lungs, causing severe health issues. It's like dust in the books, For so many years you haven't touched the book in the almirah. All on a sudden you go and then, flip through the pages. Inside minute dust will be there. Immediately you will catch cold, because that is called the particulate matter, right? So PM 2.5 or fine particulate matter particles that can penetrate deep into the lungs, causing severe health issues. What is the name of India's first national clean air program launched in 2019? So, National Clean Air Program, Air India Mission, Bharat Clean Air Service, Air Scheme, National Clean Air Program, Air Quality Management Scheme, that is National Clean Air Program. The NCAP, that is NCAP means National Clean Air Program, aims to reduce air pollution levels in Indian cities by 20 to 30% by 2024. In 2023, which state was the highest emitter of greenhouse gases in India? I mean, which let out, that the greenhouse gases in India. That is the idea here. Which state? Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu. That is Maharashtra because so many industries are there. So many industrial firms are there. So naturally there will be problem. CO2 will be more. Emission of CO2 or other greenhouses will be more in industrial areas, isn't it? So Maharashtra is full of industries. They have water, enough water, dams and other things, rivers. So they are able to have more number of industries, factories, etc. So Maharashtra. Maharashtra has a large industrial base contributing significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. One of the most important greenhouse gas is CO2. We know that, carbon dioxide. What does AQI stand for in environmental monitoring? Air quality index, atmospheric quantity indicator, aquatic quality initiative, air quality indicator. That is what is AQI? That is air quality index, not indicator. Air quality index. AQI is a numerical scale used to measure air pollution levels and their potential health impacts. What is the primary source of methane emissions in India? What is the primary source? Methane, that comes from the livestock, cows, sheep, goats, all that we are, tending them in our own houses like. So from them it comes methane emissions. So that is the primary source. So what is the primary source of methane emissions in India? Industrial waste, agriculture and livestock. That is the idea here. Vehicular pollution, forest fires. So agriculture and livestock digestion and paddy fields contribute significantly to methane emissions in India. The odd-even vehicle rule was implemented in which Indian city to reduce pollution? Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad. Delhi, the Delhi government introduced the odd-even rule to control vehicular pollution during high smog period. That is, odd-even means the number ending with odd numbers, the cars ending with the even numbers. So one day, those who are having even numbers at the end should not be driving their cars. And like that, in a particular day, it will be changed. One day odd number, one day even number. That is the idea here. The Delhi government introduced the odd-even rule to control vehicular pollution during high smog periods. What is the major contributor to the urban heat island effect in Indian cities? Major contributor to the urban heat island effect in Indian cities: deforestation, high-rise buildings, excess concrete and asphalt, water pollution. So what is the major contributor to the urban heat island effect in Indian cities? That is excess concrete and asphalt. Urban areas with little greenery absorb and retain heat, leading to increased temperature. See, if there is no greenery, then from these things, concrete, asphalt, the heat is produced more and more, and there is increased temperature due to no greenery. If there is if there are no enough trees or the greenery, bushes and other things, then naturally the heat of the city gets increased. That is the idea here. The temperature gets increased. Urban areas with a little greenery absorb and retain heat, leading to increased temperature, excess concrete and asphalt. Which Indian state has the highest number of cities under the NCAP air pollution control? Yeah, that is Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh has several highly polluted cities including Ghaziabad, Kanpur and Varanasi. Which Indian river is considered the most polluted? Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Godavari. Most polluted river, most polluted Indian river. That is Yamuna. The Yamuna is heavily polluted due to industrial waste, sewage and domestic garbage. What is the major cause of groundwater depletion in India? The major cause of groundwater depletion. No water inside. What is the reason? Overuse for agriculture, industrial waste, mining activities, urban expansion. So what is the major cause of groundwater depletion? That is overuse of agriculture, excessive groundwater extraction for irrigation leads to rapid depletion. If you use it more and more, so naturally, it gets depleted. The underground water, the groundwater becomes normal, or it becomes less and less. That is called a groundwater depletion. So excessive groundwater extraction, taking it out, that is extraction for irrigation, leads to rapid depletion. What percentage of India's waste is currently recycled? So much waste, it could be recycled, but what percentage we are having in India? That is 25%. Somewhat good, better than previous years perhaps. A significant portion of India's waste still goes unprocessed, up to 78%, affecting environmental sustainability. The Namami Ganga program, is related to the cleaning of which river? So the name itself says Ganga, that is Ganga, that is Ganga river, Ganges river in other words. Yamuna, Krishna, Ganga, Godavari, that is Ganga. So this river, for that they had a program, Namami Gange, for cleaning it, for cleaning purposes. Namami Gange aims to reduce pollution and rejuvenate the Ganga river, to refurnish or to make it fresh, to make it clean. In other words, that is rejuvenate. So what is the major cause of arsenic contamination in groundwater in India? Arsenic contamination. Industrial discharge, pesticides, natural geological sources, and plastic waste. Natural geological sources. Arsenic occurs naturally in soil and seeps into groundwater in states like West Bengal and Bihar. So arsenic, somewhat, the stuff that heats up the land, that is called arsenic matter. So arsenic occurs naturally in soil and seeps into groundwater in states like West Bengal and Bihar. The Chipko movement was related to the conservation of which environmental resource? Chipko movement. Is it wildlife or water or forest or soil? Forest. The movement was started in Uttarakhand to prevent deforestation. It seems this Chipko movement, the women used to embrace the trees in such a manner that no one can cut it. So there was a dharna like that. So all the women folk went and then embraced the trees as if their own sons and daughters or what. So nobody should cut it. That is the idea there. So that's the movement. So Chipko movement is about forest prevention. In other words, to prevent deforestation, not to cut the trees. That is called deforestation. Which state has the highest forest cover in India? Forest cover means so much of forest area, that is called forest cover. Is it, which state? Madhya Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh has the highest forest cover in India, covering about 77,500 square kilometer. Which Indian state leads in solar energy protection as of 2024? Which Indian state leads in solar energy protection as of 2024? Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, that is Rajasthan. Rajasthan has the largest solar capacity due to its favorable climate and large solar parks. So it has its own favorable climate for having solar energy. So for that reason, Rajasthan is the best with regard to solar energy protection according to 2024 observation. What is the government's target for renewable energy capacity by 2030 under the National Solar Mission? What is the government's target for renewable energy capacity? That is 500 gigawatt. Gigawatt means more than kilowatts. So many thousands of kilowatts. That is gigawatts. Giga, I think gigawatt. I think GIGA. Right. So that is 500 gigawatt. India aims to cultivate 500 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity, including solar and wind, by 2030. What is India's ranking globally in wind energy protection as of 2024? India's ranking globally in wind energy protection. What is the rank? That is fourth India ranks fourth in global wind energy production after China, the USA and Germany. The fourth one will be India. So global wind energy production, it has the fourth rank. India has the fourth rank. Which Indian city hosts the first floating solar power plant? Floating solar plant. Mumbai, Hyderabad, Kochi, Chennai. Kochi. The floating solar plant in Kochi is one of the India's major renewable energy projects. Floating means maybe in the river, in the sea, something like. They would have constructed solar plants like that in the rivers, in sea, etc. That is called floating, I think. The floating solar plant in Kochi is one of India's major renewable energy projects. The Energy Conservation Act 2022 focuses on what? Carbon trading, forest conservation, urban waste management, groundwater preservation. That is carbon trading. The Act promotes carbon credit trading to incentivize industries to reduce emissions. That is the idea here. So carbon trading. That is the Energy Conservation Amendment Act 2022 focuses on carbon trading. The Act promotes carbon credit trading to incentivize industries to reduce emissions. They give something in order to reduce that effect. The government gives them some concession or some credit, something like. So that is the idea here. So we cannot completely eradicate all these things. We cannot completely say no to this. Any industry for that matter will emit carbon dioxide. No doubt about it. The smoke is nothing but carbon dioxide. No? So in order to reduce it, the government has got a plan of giving them some concessions to the industries. That is called carbon trading. The Act promotes carbon credit trading to giving incentives, giving rewards to industries to reduce emissions. That is the idea here. The green hydrogen mission in India aims to what? The green hydrogen mission in India aims to replace fossil fuels with hydrogen, reduce groundwater pollution, stop desertification, reduce plastic pollution. So the green hydrogen mission in India aims to replace fossil fuels with hydrogen. So then you see, fossil fuel means what? You know that fossil fuel means the petrol and crude oil, diesel, everything comes from deep inside the earth, isn't it? And the more you take it out, the more it becomes depleted. The future generations may not have enough, these fossil fuels in future. If you are spending it too much, there's a problem. So that is the idea here. Now they want to replace this type of situation by green hydrogen mission. What does this mean? Using hydrogen, they want to create energy sources, in other words, clean energy source. So the National Green Hydrogen Mission promotes hydrogen as a clean energy resource. It is plenty in air. We can always get it from the space. Hydrogen. So that is Green Hydrogen Mission. As a clean energy source. What is the primary goal of India's lifestyle for environment movement? Lifestyle for environment movement. That is, promote green energy, reduce individual carbon footprints, encourage tree plantation, ban single-use plastic. So, what is the primary goal of India's lifestyle for environment movement? That is reducing individual carbon footprints. As an individual, reduce that situation, emitting carbon dioxide, carbon. So, this has been launched by Prime Minister Modi. The Life movement launched by Prime Minister Modi encourages sustainable living practices. Not through industries, not through us, one society, and as an individual try to reduce that carbon effect, in other words. That is called reducing individual carbon footprints. This has been launched by Prime Minister Modi as the Life movement, lifestyle for environment movement, life. I hope you understood this. It's launched by Prime Minister Modi. Which Indian state has the highest installed wind energy capacity? Which Indian state has the highest installed wind energy capacity? Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, especially if you go to down south, Valliur, Nagarkoil, and that belt, the Kerala border, you could see quite a lot of windmills. So it is very conducive to construct windmills there. The situation is like that, hills and greenery and trees and this and that. So many hills are there. Some or other there is enough wind to create what you call wind energy. So you could see a lot of wind energy construction with the blades, everything, with with a proper structure built in the lands itself. After Valliur, after Tirunelveli, that extreme south, as you go along towards Kanyakumari, you could see quite a lot of windmills. So Tamil Nadu leads in wind energy protection with large wind farms like those in Kanyakumari. I hope you understood this. Installed wind energy capacity. India's first carbon neutral village is located in which state? India's carbon neutral means the people haven't used things in such a manner that carbon dioxide was emitted. The carbon neutral village, they saw to it that those the practices that would create carbon dioxide, those were eliminated from the lifestyle of the people. So I think they have identified one village in Maharashtra. India's first carbon neutral village is located in which state? That is Maharashtra. Right. So Meenangadi in Maharashtra is India's first carbon neutral village using eco-friendly initiatives. They take eco-friendly initiatives. Maybe probably they are planting too many trees inside the house, outside the house, in the entire village. So everything looks so green, and that way that carbon dioxide, the emission of carbon is very much curtailed. That's the idea here. I mean, they are able to balance it, with greenery, eco-friendly initiatives. In other words, that village name is Meenangadi in Maharashtra. What is India's target year to achieve net zero carbon emissions? Net zero carbon emission target year. I mean, completely, removing that carbon emission effect. By 2070, India has set a net zero target for 2070 as part of its climate commitments. So it goes up to that. Slowly and steadily, we have to do that. All on a sudden, we cannot, say no to that. Slowly, we have to think about it. Slowly, we have to grow a lot of trees. And then greenery has to be encouraged among people, and that idea is that. So India has set a net zero target for 2070 as part of its climate commitments. The EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility Regulation, in India applies to what? The EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility Regulation, in India applies to renewable energy, plastic waste management, deforestation control, water conservation. That is plastic waste management. EPR makes manufacturers responsible for plastic waste disposal. So this particular stipulation or the rule is for the manufacturers of things in the factories. Extended producer responsibility. If they are emitting too much of CO2, carbon dioxide, then they are responsible. They have to do something about it. So that is the regulation here. EPR means extended producer responsibility. The factory owner is responsible for this one, for emitting too much of carbon dioxide or carbons. So EPR makes the manufacturers responsible for plastic waste disposal. Here we are talking about plastic waste management. That is the regulation for industrialists. What was the first state in India to ban single-use plastics? The first state in India to ban single-use plastics. Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala. That is Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh banned single-use plastics in 2009, long before the national ban. National ban came only after 2009. But whereas Himachal Pradesh banned single-use plastic in 2009 itself, even before the Indian government started banning this one. So I think you understand that Himachal Pradesh banned single-use plastics in 2009, long before the national ban. The Wildlife Protection Act was passed in 1972. The Wildlife Protection Act was passed in 1972. The Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 safeguards endangered species in India. So, I mean, we are not supposed to kill such animals and all. Now you can't even, kill a snake, king cobra and all. You cannot do that. Immediately you have to phone up to the forest officers, and they will come and take it and then leave it in the forest. You are not supposed to kill certain animals, even snakes even. So that is the Wildlife Protection Act. It has been extended now to so many other small creatures even. So Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 safeguards endangered species in India. The project Dolphin, launched by India in 2020, focuses on what? Project Dolphin is conserving dolphin existence, isn't it? To safeguard dolphins, in the rivers and water beds. So the Project Dolphin, launched by India in 2020, focuses on river pollution, dolphin conservation, deep sea mining regulation, coral reef restoration, that is dolphin conservation. The Project Dolphin aims to protect and conserve river and marine dolphins in India, either in the sea or in the rivers. The dolphins should be safeguarded. That is the idea. This project talks about it, or aims to protect such dolphins in the rivers and in the sea. India's first fully organic state is what? Kerala, Sikkim, Goa, Manipur. Organic state. Organic means purely made from the nature. For example, vegetables without putting manure, and natural manure is put there and then cultivated. That is called organic. So that way, India's first fully organic state is what? That is Sikkim. Of course, Sikkim, full of plantation. I have lived there for 2 years. Beautiful place, with mountains and land, the agricultural land, a lot of ups and downs, valleys and everything, it's a heaven on earth. So a fantastic place, Sikkim. So Sikkim became 100% organic in 2016, banning chemical fertilizers. So Sikkim became 100% organic in 2016, banning chemical fertilizers. Which city has India's largest waste to energy plant? How the waste can be recycled for creating energy. So these things are called waste to energy plants. So which city has India's largest waste to energy plant? Is it Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Calcutta? That is Delhi. Delhi's Akla waste to energy plant converts waste into electricity. That entire area, industrial area. Everywhere, you could see industry there. Akla, Delhi's Akla. I think South Delhi, and I have been there. So many. Very much polluted also because of industries. So there they are keeping this. Delhi's Akla waste to energy plant converts waste into electricity. What percentage of India's total land area is officially under forest cover as per the 2023 report? What percentage of India's total land area is officially under forest cover? How much we are having forest cover, in other words. So what percentage are we having forest land? That is 21%. India's forest cover is around 21% of its total land area. Of course, total land area means we are living here, we are having cities, villages, everything, plains. But forest area as such, that is called India's forest cover, that is around 21%. The National Biodiversity Action Plan, NBAP, aims what? Aims to promote ecotourism, conserve endangered species, reduce water pollution, ban GM crops. So what is the what is the aim of this NBAP? That is conserve endangered species, to safeguard. The endangered means only a few animals are there, and that even is killed, then no animal of that type will be there. No? So that's called the endangered species. Likewise, only the dinosaurs, the very big animal, like only in films we are seeing that, but those days it existed. So slowly, some or other, it became decayed, or it was no more due to various reasons. So conserving endangered species, that is the aim of NBAP. What is the NBAP? That is National Biodiversity Action Plan for safeguarding endangered species, rare species in other words. So dear friends, 100, up to 100 we have finished. So tomorrow we will be having this. Okay, I think we will be having this 51 to 100 questions and answers we will be having. God bless you abundantly. Let us meet in other video lectures continuously. Every day we will be giving some questions. 50 questions we will be giving. So this is very important, because often it is even asked in SLET exam. First paper, this environmental education, pollution and all. So this question could be asked there also, even though there is a syllabus and all. But such kind of general knowledge question also could be asked in, first paper itself, net first paper. So kindly go through all this. Either it can be in the general knowledge, idea, or it could be there in net environmental issues questions. So that way you could go through all this. God bless you abundantly. Let us meet in other video lectures.